Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I'm just getting up. Boy, good morning. Good morning, Sunday. Yes, today's Sunday morning. It is 4:41 in the AM, and it's still dark outside, and I'm just getting up just moments ago. And yes, you can hear in the background my little doggies are making noise. Yeah, they're asleep. And just putting this device down. Yeah, I just want to get down a dream that I just had. Well, I hope you all are doing well this beautiful Sunday morning. Oh, wow. Yeah, I sound like I just got up too. Well, I was just dreaming. My alarm did go off. I remember turning it off, and I went back to sleep. And I was dreaming, and I dreamt. It was a very busy dream. Uh, I was with people. They seemed very familiar. Um, it's fun to get the different parts of the dream, but it's really the last part that I really want to get down. It's very, very interesting. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning. Thank you for getting up with me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, I'm just waking up. Just want to get down a dream real quick. And not planning for this to be a long dream. A long video. Yeah, but my dreaming part. Well, I have like sometimes that when you're dreaming, whatever what's happening outside around you gets incorporated. And so my dogs were making little noise in their sleep, and it got incorporated in my dream. Um, I remember at one part, yeah, they were all, I think all of them, or all who I could remember now, were American blacks. And it's not the usual in my dreams growing up, even though I'm a black person, black American from New York City. Um, I remember a woman asking me, "Oh, well, where do you go to get your nails done?" And I was trying to tell her I couldn't remember what location. And I was like, well, I think it's around, I was going on like that. I wasn't trying to deceive her. I just couldn't remember in the dream. I said, man, where was that place that I go? And then I remember looking at my hands, and they were, um, I have natural nails. I always was able to keep my nails nice and neat, at a nice length. So I was thinking, um, she probably saw my natural nails, didn't have any nail polish or tips or whatever, just a natural nail. And she probably was, hey, she wants to go to a place that could maintain her hands. I just remember she was a little heavy on the heavy side. Um, she was just a little browner than me, but just a regular American girl, um, maybe in her 30s. Um, I know there was a lot of things going on in the dream, but at one point, um, I was in my family's my parents' house, and I remember looking in the mirror. My hair was cut very short. It looked like maybe a half an inch in length. It was in a natural. And as I looked closely in the mirror, well, my hair has a natural curl to it, a soft curl. And when it's cut short, the wave pattern looks different. It's a looser curl rather than bushy when it's very, very short. And so I know when I look closely in the mirror, in the side of my head, and it would be my left side actually, in the mirror. Um, there was like a little curl, so I went to, it was like a thin spot. And so I thought it was a curl or something, so I wanted to just undo it so, it'll spread out evenly uh, on my scalp. I didn't want what looked like a bald spot, because it looked thin over there because of the curl. So when I went to undo the curl, the curl pattern at that little spot, thinking that it'll cover up a bald spot, a thinner spot in my scalp, I noticed there was something in my scalp. It was, at one point, it looked like something was shaven in my head, like a, like a square, like a square, no, more rectangle in shape as I looked closely. But it looked like it was shaven. And not just a little bald spot, but a whole section on against the side of my head, shaven. And I noticed that it looked like a glass panel in front, covering where the scalp would be. But it was, a glass panel. And underneath the glass panel looked like a cassette tape. In the back in the 70s and 80s, they had cassette tapes. But it looked like a cassette tape. And to the side of the cassette tape, and it was a full size, the regular size, not the miniature, but a big one. And it was looked like a compass. And it had a red dial, the dial of the compass, the pointy. It was a red one. Not sure if it had 2 points, like a north and south point, but I remember one of them, and it was like a reddish color. And when I looked, I got startled. I said, "Oh my goodness!" I said, "Wow, that's the secret. Something is going on. Something has been controlling me all along." As I knew, I said, "I knew it." And it was my eldest brother was standing right next to me. I said, "Hey, look, there's something in my head." And I think he looked at it. He says, I know he said something, you know. He was curious. Hey, like we were all, we were all surprised. And I know he said something. Yeah, we were in the kitchen, and the light was on. The light was bright. And I said, I gotta go get a camera. I gotta get a picture because I wanted like proof. I wanted like proof that something was in my head that shouldn't have been in there, that would answer all my questions, all my questions in life. People, you ever have had questions about your life? Things that never made sense? And its discovery will be mind-blowing and will reveal everything. That's what I thought. And so I remember I said, I got to get my camera. So I went in my bag that was in another room, the neighboring room. And it was a black bag. It was my a newer black bag that I have that's for my papers. It's relatively new, actually. And I was thinking about that black bag just yesterday to put my documents in there. And I'm going through the bag in the dream, and I can't find my camera. I was looking for my cell phone. And then I remember at one point I found something, some device that could possibly take a picture, and I had to put a cord in it or something. Now in a different, I remember now that I'm in a different room in the dream, and it had other members of my family, my biological family in there. Um, my third oldest brother and my youngest brother was there also. And my mom. Yeah, good morning, viewer. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, and my mother. She seemed older in the dream, but she was able to talk. Yeah, my mother in real life is in her 90s. So she, in the dream, yeah, very rarely ever have had a dream with my mother in it. And so I said, Mom, if I get my camera, could you take a picture of my head? I know it sounds bizarre, people. I know it sounds bizarre. But I said, you got to take a picture of it. And she said, oh, yeah, okay, I'll take a picture. And they said, I think one of my brothers said, hey, it's upstairs. You know, you shouldn't use this camera that's in your hand. I had something in my hand. And I remember that I had a cord, something, it was awkward to use. It was something different about this other camera. It was a black camera, and it had this cord I had to put in. It was just kind of cumbersome. But it was the other one, my cell phone, that had, the camera. What do you call it, the smartphones? And I was trying to find that one. So I said, okay, I'll go upstairs. I think they said it's upstairs in your room, something like that. And I remember I was going to try to find it. But yeah, everybody kind of looked a little younger. My siblings in the dream in real life, in the dream, were a little younger. They were the age my growing up in that house. So they're like in their 20s or something like that. Yeah, I felt the same age as I am now. In my head, I felt like the same person. I didn't feel like I was a kid in the dream. I felt I was, older, but they looked younger. My siblings and my family. My mother looked older. She seemed a little frail in the dream, older than how I usually see her in my head. If that makes any sense. But yeah, so I think I went upstairs to get it, and then I was distracted again. I saw another lady, a black American woman. Um, yeah, I think when I went upstairs or somewhere in the dream, this woman appeared. She was sitting down. I was standing. She had a beautiful scarf on her head. I don't remember the color of the scarf, but it was pretty on her. Just a regular black American, um, medium build. She was a complexion a little darker than mine. Um, just a very American look, in my opinion. And a beautiful scarf. The scarf was just very simple. You know, excuse me. It's just tied in a little knot in the back. Just a old-fashioned way. And she had a pretty face. She was like in her 30s also, 30s, 40s. And slim face, And then I forget what she was saying or something. Yeah, and I do like headscarves too. That's another thing about me. I like scarves. And she's talking, and then someone else appeared in the room, another black woman. And this woman was a friend of the woman that's sitting down with the headscarf on. And she gets all emotional. And then she takes off her scarf. Her hair is short, like the same length as mine in the dream, maybe an inch tall. And her hair seemed like thinner. It wasn't like very, very full, a little messy. And she's making like, oh, oh, like getting all emotional. Because the person that came in the room was another, that it used to be her roommate or something, someone from her past. And I remember her eyes, her face looked a little different now that she took the scarf off. Her eyes got turned cloudy a little bit. Because with the scarf on, just my opinion, the dream, with the scarf on, she had a beautiful color, very attractive woman. And when she took off the scarf, her face seemed paler, drabber, and her hair seemed, it was like a pale color. And she was getting emotional, and her eyes got cloudy. But in real life, in the room, my dog is sleeping and making noise. So the sound that my dog was making was her going, oh, like that. And it was someone from her past visiting her. And the other lady used to live with her or something. Um, I'm not sure if I saw what the other woman looked like, her friend, but in essence was the dream. They were in different elements. So initially, someone wanted to get their nails done after seeing my nails, um, and couldn't remember. I couldn't retrieve information. It seemed like with the dream, throughout the dream, it was about remembering, and I couldn't grasp the data, the where, where something was. It was confusion. But the part of the dream, yes, good morning, viewer. Yeah, I hope you guys can help me analyze the dream. It was that important to me. And that's why once I woke up, I put my device on to do this live stream. Yeah, this dream had so many components. People that I really didn't know, but in the dream I supposed to know them. Had members of my family, three of my brothers, um, the elder, the third one, and the last one. Oh, wow. Wow, just who was excluded in the dream. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah, two of them that were not in the dream. They were like buddies. They did things together. Interesting that they were a group like that. That those two weren't in the dream. Um, and one other wasn't in the dream either. But the three that were there, I not too long ago did get in contact with them. Interesting. And my mom. My mom seemed older. And she was going to, yeah, because people, if you just come in and on the dream, I mean, on this live stream, I'm discussing a dream, and the dream was trying to tell me a secret. My hair was cut short in the dream. I mean, I should say, in the dream, my hair was short, about an inch in length, and I do have curly hair. When it's cut short, it has, a different hair pattern. And when it gets long, it gets real bushy. um, but in real life, my hair is shoulder length, but in the dream, it was like an inch tall, and my hair is curly, and it looked like a bald spot because I looked in the mirror, and it was a thin spot. I should say not a bald spot, a thin spot. It was a curl, and I wanted to undo the little baby curl so it looks full on my head. Sometimes with curly hair, it kind of gathers and it makes the scalp look thinner. So I just wanted to undo that little baby curl and just kind of make it bushy to cover my scalp. But when I went closely to undo the little curl, baby curl, um, I see that there was something underneath the scalp. It was a actual like it was shaving my scalp, but the side of my head, and this cassette. It was a glass panel, a cassette tape, and a compass with a red dial in it. And I said, "Oh wow!" I said, "Oh my goodness!" And my oldest brother's in the room. I said, look what's in my head." And he said something, and I was to get a camera. I said, "This is proof. This is proof." I was thinking to myself, "This is proof something is there all along. The proof of everything." That's what I'm thinking. And I was racing to get a camera, my what call my smart my smartphone to take a picture. Said no one would believe it. No one would believe it. This is the secret. What's going on? And then when I go in another room and I saw some more of my siblings and my mother, and I approached my mother and asked her, "Hey, Mom, if I get a camera, could you take a picture of my sky?" People, people. Wow. I think there's going to be a revelation happening. Yeah, the people in the dream, they were all American blacks. Yeah, yeah, so someone who wanted to know where I get my nails. I always kept my nails naturally done. You know, I've tried tips and all that. I mean, what do you call it? Acrylic, late in life. But growing up, I always kept natural nails, and so that's a part of me. To keep good nails, healthy hands. It's always a big part of my life. Um, and this lady wanted to know where I go get my nails done. So this is something that's foundational about me in real life, and I could not remember the name of the salon where it was. I started blending like these two locations. I just couldn't retrieve. I said, "Is it here? Maybe it's on such and such street." I was giving her things like that. And maybe around it was around, but they were contradicting each other. The locations actually. Was it the one in Chinatown or was it the one in the village? I just couldn't remember. And so I could, but the lady, I remember walking away. Yeah, she was a younger woman, probably not her 30s, heavy set. And she doesn't really say anything. She had like a low energy, like, "Oh, where did you go get your nails done?" Just very, it was very casual, very casual. And then she just quietly walks away. Um, I don't, she looks sort of familiar. She looked a little familiar, but I wasn't supposed to know her. Um, and my mother being in a dream. I wonder what my mother. Yeah, my mother looked older in how I usually would see her in my head. In my How I see her in my head, she's always someone like in her 50s or 60s. Not her, that's how I see her in my mind's eye in life. But she's, she is getting up there. Love my mother. Yeah, she's still alive. My mother is in her 90s, and she is a little frail now, to be honest. And she was in the dream. And I asked Mom, could you take a picture of it? And seemed very free. I said, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. She was in good spirits, but she seemed tired. But a cassette tape and a compass, people, those of you who are like in the 50s and up, you know what a cassette tape is, right? Cassette tape. That's what they used to record music on, remember, back in the day? It records. It stores recorded material, I should say. It stores recorded material and something. And also with the cassette tape, it could repeat over and over and over again. And a compass. A compass shows you where you're going, what direction you're going. And the compass was in the dream. It was pointing like more to the east, actually, now that I remember. It was the red part. It was a red dial, that point of the compass. And it was pointing more to the east, like it was a northeast. But I think more east than north, you know. I was so excited. And I looked in the mirror. It was my looking at myself in the mirror. My looking at myself in the mirror. Was it revealed? And my eldest brother he was standing on my right-hand side. Yeah, a couple of months ago, I spoke to him in real life, actually. He was younger than his current age, too. That, it's probably like in his 20s, 30s. Yeah, he had a full set of hair. Yeah, I'm sorry. Everybody's hair is getting thin. Yeah, let me stop. Oh. But interesting, my hair was getting thin in the dream. That's what I thought, because my hair was at a short length in the dream, like an inch tall, and my hair is curly. And I was trying to like undo a little baby curl because it made it look thin, at the scalp. So I just wanted to full it up, but closer examination, that wasn't a curl. Well, what was thought a little baby curl was a glass panel, cassette tape, and a compass. Isn't that wild, people? Isn't that wild? What do you think it means? 3 of my siblings and my mother. And back in the house that I was raised in, someone inquiring about my nail. It seemed like her asking me about my nails or where I get my nails done. She, as I said, that's something that's a big part of my life, my hands. It's like a wake-up call. Say, hey, it wanted me to remember something. Oh, wow. Oh, I think it's starting to come to me. She was there, I think, maybe, to make me aware. I'm always aware of my hands. And I did briefly do manicuring and pedicuring back in the 1980s. Yes, people, I did everything. I did a lot of different types of occupations to try to discover what my calling was, why I'm here. So I did different things to try to explore. I kind of like them all, but that's what happened, in real life. But I think now, her asking me about my nails, it wasn't that she was so interested in where I got done, but maybe she asked me for my benefit. She was asking me for my benefit. And I remember she was sitting down, I was standing up. And I think it could have been a glass panel that separated us, now that I think about it. And I think in the dream I was supposed to be in the village, like on 8th Street in the village. I think that's where I was. And then she walked away, and then I walked away. And I said, "Where did I get my nails done? Where?" And I'm going on. That's how I remember it starting. I know there were other elements in the dream, but I do not remember. But that was the first part that I remember. And then I'm back in my family's kitchen of the day, the house. And then looking in the mirror because my hair is short and I was trying to fill out this thin spot. And in discovery, it was on the left side of my scalp, the side of my head. The left side, the left side of the brain is the analytical. It's the right side of the brain that's artistic. So interesting that it's the left side. Some information is stored. Oh my God, yeah. The left side is the analytical, the reasoning part of your thinking. A see-through panel, so something is going to be revealed. Something, I'm going to get a message soon. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get a message. Something wants to be revealed to me very shortly, I think. Wow. Wow. I I knew in the dream that the tape had information in it, and the see-through panel was allowing me that there is a tape and a compass. So maybe I'm going to be getting direction in my life. And oh wow, and the message is going to be revealed. There's going to be a message. And the compass is going to tell me where to go, maybe. Funny, I asked my mom, I said, "Mom, could you take a picture of this?" And she was willing to do it. I didn't ask my brothers that were there in this room. Um, yeah, it was, it looked like it didn't look like the regular family room. It looked a little different. She was on the left side and my brother's on the right side, standing next to each other. Yeah, my mother looked very frail. She said, "Oh," but she was in good spirits. She said, "Okay, yeah, yeah, okay." And I think the other problem was, could she handle the device? Could she take the picture? It's like I want to show proof to my mom. It's like proof. I wanted her to see what the proof was. And the proof was oh wow, the proof was the cassette tape, audio tape. It was a cassette audio tape back in the day, and a compass. What looked like a compass with a red dial. And it was pointing more to the east. Wow. I'm heading in the right direction. People, it looks like I'm going to be, something is going to be revealed. Something is being revealed to me. Some information is going to be revealed. My God. I wonder what it could be. But I knew it was the answer. It was the answer. But here again, I couldn't find the cassette, I mean, the camera to take a picture because I wanted to take a picture of it as proof. And then I woke up. I then woke up from the dream. Oh God. It feels like it's that close, people. It is that close. I hope you guys could hear me. Something is going to be revealed. It has to. And I want to reveal it to my mother, evidently. A cassette tape. So what's on the tape? Secrets, the compass, where to go. Mm. Yeah, in the dream though, it's, I guess, something I want to tell her and something, a direction. Mm. Wow. This is something. This is really something, people. Yeah, I felt like in the dream that it's about revelation for me. Yeah, you ever in your life, you're always searching, you're trying to search for answers. I can't believe all this is happening in the world. Things, yeah, let me just even tell you this. Like you all know, I love watching YouTube. It's very addictive. I'm being honest, I'm very, it's hard to stop watching video after video. And, but I notice now the things that I see, I'm getting bored with it. It's like I don't want to see. I'm slowly saying, I'm having enough. It's like you still want to watch it, but what you're watching is the same old story. It's the same old thing, and it's like I feel like I had enough. And I'm actually when I'm searching for new videos to watch on YouTube, but I'm finding it now. I'm tired of it. I'm serious. I'm serious and real. That's how I feel. And it's even showing me less and less options. I don't want to see I don't want to see it anymore. And I'm looking for some. It's like I'm watching. I'm searching for something, and I'm finding what's out there. I guess maybe it's a new. Well, life is telling me, hey, you're looking at the same old thing. You're looking at the same crap. I need to start looking at something else. Um, I'm wondering. I I don't know. I think the dream is really it wants it something wants to be revealed. And the lady asking me about my nails, how could you forget where you got your where you got your nails done in a dream? But in real life, I don't go to get my nails done. I do my own hands. I've always done my own hands. But yes, later in life, I did go get it done because I had the money to do it. Just briefly, I did it. Very briefly, maybe 4 times. 4 times I got my nails done, something like that. But that's about it. Maybe four, 5 times. Um, yeah, and I don't want to get it done anymore. Yeah, people. Someone even brought it to my attention. You notice now with the nail salons, they have more and more and more nail salons, especially in black neighborhoods. I mean, I used to do manicuring, pedicuring in the 1980s. It wasn't like what you see now. The nail places were done in beauty salons primarily. Yes, you had nail salons, but the women in general got their hair done and the nails done there at the same place. But now it's specializing nail salons all over the place and new ones. Here in New York City, a lot of businesses failed and closed shop. But guess what? You have new nail salons throughout the city here in New York City. And they're getting more creative in what's getting done. I mean, the techniques and what it looks like. It's really growing. But see, your nail bed is very porous. And you're putting these foreign chemicals in upon this nail bed. And it's stuck on. This thing you don't, it grows, it grows out. These foreign chemicals are going to enter your system. And then now they have your hand go in this UV light or infrared light. That that ages you. That ages your hand. It's used to cure the nail polish color, so it gets dry instantly. You don't think that that's affecting your cuticle, your cuticles and all that? And done over the years? What is that doing to your body, ladies? Ladies, and yes, even some guys get their nails done, but in particular, ladies, be careful about these new products. Be careful. You notice more and more that it's becoming a part of you. Like back in the day, you just used some acetone and get rid of the nail polish in seconds. Now you need to chisel it off and soak it in these harsh, harsh chemicals. And it's ruining your natural nail bed. It makes it thinner. So you have no natural protection anymore. You don't have any natural protection over your nails. Your nail bed is sensitive and it absorbs everything. Your nails, ladies. And yes, back in the 1980s, I did do manicuring and pedicuring for a couple of, not long. And I'm telling you, don't get those nail polish done. Go natural, people. Yeah, because it's interesting in the dream, my nails were natural. It was a nice length. They were clean. They were shaped very nicely. And she was the lady was asking me about my nails in the dream. Where do I go? I forget to see what her nails look like, but I think it was just the dream was about. It wanted me to like start thinking, and she used a basic question. If you're into your nails, how could you forget where you would get your nails done if you do go get your nails done? But in real life, I actually do my own nails. But she asked, "Hey, simple question. Hey, where do you get your nails done?" And that set a journey. Trying to remember one thing, where I go, and then I look in the mirror and I discover that something's in my head. Yeah, people. There was like my hair was cut short in the dream. Like look short in the dream, like an inch tall. Those who are just coming on. Yeah, my hair was cut like a about 1 inch in length. In a natural, I have naturally curly hair. And I was trying to undo a little curl on the side of the head, because it made it look thinner, my hair. So I would just, touch the little curl to like pull it out, I mean, to fluff it out. And then I saw that it was like a glass panel shaving, my head that was shaved on the left side, and a glass panel. And underneath the glass panel was a cassette tape and a compass. Wow. Looking around for proof, like, hey, everybody, this thing's here. It was there all along. And I wanted proof, to get proof to show people that this was in my head all along. I think it has to do with control also, that something is controlling me. That was, at least in the dream, that's what that I felt, that this is the proof and the cause for everything. This was the cause of everything. And I wanted to take a picture of it as proof to show people. And then, yeah, someone was standing right by my side. When I discovered it, interesting that that particular brother was standing on my right side when I discovered it. And I was telling him, look, look. And he said something. He was positive. He was like, hey, like interested. Hey, wow. And I was racing my bag. Had a bag in the next room, my uh, like a tote bag. It was a big one, and it was a black bag, and I keep my documents in that bag in real life. That's what I use it for, to put my documents. And I was searching in that bag, searching, searching. I couldn't find my camera, my smartphone, and I'm really, really searching in that bag. I said, I got to get proof, because I didn't want the proof to go away. I didn't want it to go away, the proof of everything. Cassette tape, yeah, people, you're in your 50s and up, you would know what a cassette tape is. You record things on it. It has information and a compass about your direction. And it was pointing more to the east. Something's to the east. Something's to the east, and I'm going to get some information. Wow. What could it be? Yeah. I had several siblings there. It was revealed in my parents' home, in the dream, in the kitchen. Yeah, the kitchen was like like a family room. And then I had to go in another room where I saw my mom and at least two other siblings of mine. And one of them said, hey, it's probably upstairs in your room. They said, it's probably upstairs in your room, the camera. Go get that one. Don't use that one that's in your hand. Yeah, the one in my hand. I had some black device in my hand, and it had this cord or something. It was cumbersome. And I wanted my mother to take the picture. And my mother seemed very frail in the dream. Wow. But in good spirits. Wow. I wonder what it could be. It seems so, oh, wow. It was something else, people. That's all I can say. It was something else. It was a very busy dream. Those are all the things I could remember. There were other parts to it, but that's the main thing. There's a revelation that's happening. And again, as I said, the left side of the brain, of the head, is the analytical, the reasoning, data. Not the, yeah. So maybe something, the fact that I wanted my mom to take the picture of it. I wanted my mom to see, take, get the proof, get the proof. Interesting. What do you guys think? Wow. I think this is the most revealing dream I've ever had about me. I've always been a big mystery to myself. And it seems like the past, oh, 11 years, things slowly started manifesting in my life. The, I don't know whether metaphysical, yeah, things started to reveal to me, or I should say happen to me. Past 10, 11 years, yeah. And it really started, let's see, the end of 2011. The end of 2011, that's when it started. Really started manifesting. Things started happening in my life. Wow. I don't know what to, yeah, I have a lot of self examination. Interesting. See, you look in the mirror, it's about self revelation. Have any of you ever had dreams about self revelation that you were getting information about yourself, people? Have any of you ever found what the revelation was about yourself? Yeah, I think there's going to be some revelation, and interesting that yeah, I don't have dreams with my mother in it really. I mean, for all the most of my mass majority of my life, I've had maybe that I could recall two other instances with my mother in it that I could remember. Yeah, but yeah, they're not a component. But interesting in this dream, she looked like a real like in my dream she didn't act or look like her, said something different about her. But this one, she looked like a real person, real being. But she did seem a little older than how I remember her growing up. More, I should say, more realistic because she is getting, she's frail now. Um, so I would say it was a candid look. Wow, yeah, it was a candid look at her in a dream. She was standing, and she seemed very, good in spirit. She yeah, just she had a sweet spirit to her. Yeah, and I wanted her to take the picture. Yeah, I love my mother very, very much, and I wanted her to take the picture of what was in my head. I guess, I guess because I trust her. I guess because I trust her to take it. Now, why would I but in the dream, she looked very frail, and my other siblings were there next to her. Um, I didn't ask them to take it. I wanted her. I wanted her to search it with me, what was in my head. And it was something I got the impression it was there all along, controlling me. It was controlling me. So here you might be doing things in life and wondering why certain things are occurring. And I felt the tape, the cassette tape, and the compass was what was behind everything. And I wanted my mother to take the picture of it, to explore what this thing is, to this revelation. And I wanted my mother to be a part of the revelation, I guess. Wow. Yes, people. So, yes, it's Sunday morning, and I think it's going to be a beautiful day. Wow, I just needed to get this dream done. I'm just very excited about it. I'm glad that I looked long enough in the dream that what it was, but I wanted detail of it. And so getting a picture of it, I could study the picture and really examine it. And that, but again, in the dream, they were interested. They said, "Go." My family member said, "Go. It might be in your bedroom. Go get it. The camera. It's upstairs in your room." Wow, is it really in my room to take the? Your room. Your room is your personal space. Your bedroom is your personal space, people. So my sibling was saying, "Go in your room." Yeah, isn't your belongings in your bedroom? Yeah, usually you keep your stuff in your bedroom, right? So something in my bedroom that is going to be used, something personal, my personal space, is where the camera is. Wow, oh my God. You know, people, what's in my room right now? Excuse me. People, in real life right now as I talk, here I want to get, oh my God, another revelation. Here in my actual room right now, there is a camera in my room, in my bedroom right now, but it's not the type of camera that I was looking for, like my smartphone to snap a picture. I have a surveillance camera in my room. Right now, have a surveillance camera that's on right now, pointing in my direction. Yep, in my room. It could record in the dark. It's infrared light. And it could tape what's in the invisible. It can record what is invisible. Security cameras, it has night vision. Security cameras have night vision. And I initially got, I told many of you, and I repeat it, about going on 3 birthdays ago. Yeah, this year make it about 3 birthdays ago. I was on my birthday. I was watching a movie, a paranormal movie. The fantastic movies. It was the movie The Sixth Sense, The Sixth Sense, and the other movie was called Passenger or The Passenger. Both of them actually are very similar movies. It's a must see if you haven't seen them. But it was the movie in particular, Passenger or The Passenger, that really, really undo me. When I watch the movie, I cry. Yeah, it's a very emotional movie. It's a well done movie. It's extremely revealing, the movie, if those of you who haven't seen it. So that particular birthday, I was just at home. I started watching the movie around 6 p.m. Yeah, it was dark outside. At nighttime, I don't like going out at night, especially, you know, with the crime, in my neighborhood. And also habit, get home before dark. Yeah, yeah. It's that recording's in my head. Oh my God, that's a recording. Get home before dark. Yeah, yeah. That's a recording in my head. And so I just want to stay at home, cuddle up, and just watch these 2 movies that I bought. But it's the movie Passenger that is extremely revealing to me, about me. And so I've watched it maybe 5 times, 6 times at the most. Even though I've watched it several times. It gets me really, really, the more I watch it, the more I understand the movie, and I start to get all emotional. So that particular day, about 3 birthdays ago, I was the lights out in the room, and I'm watching it. My dog's and with me, and I'm all kind of teary eyed, kind of emotional, and then all of a sudden, people, all of a sudden, I noticed that like I was watching on my computer monitor, but I noticed there was a spot on my cheek, like a light upon my cheek. I said, I'm looking at this computer monitor, and it's an even light. So if it's going to have something reflect off my cheek, it will be on both cheeks. Why is it only on one? See, I'm very analytical, have a science background. So I just moved my eyes downward. I kept my head still, but just looked downward. I was just curious. And there it was, people. There it was. It was a pure white um, orb ray, like a ray of light, an orb, pure light. You can see the rays of light emanating from it. It was about the size of a small marble. I kid you not, people. I kid you not. I saw this with my naked eye, not my third eye. I saw the pure white orb of light, ray of light emanating from it, about the size of a marble, a child's marble, by my left cheek, my cheekbones. And then it traveled diagonally uh, towards my nose. It went alongside my face, about an inch away from my face, but traveling alongside my face. And then when it gets to the tip of my nose, I kid you not, I'm watching this thing. Now it's at the tip of about 1 inch away from the tip of my nose. And then it vanished. Honey, I was like, wow, wow, to myself. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. It was the first time I saw anything like it. And my analytical mind said, I gotta, I gotta do something about this. So shortly after that incident, uh, I bought a security camera because it could record in invisible light, infrared light. And I thought, like, because it could appear and then disappear, that even though it disappears, my reasoning was, it's still there. It's just decided to allow you to see it momentarily and then disappear, but it still exists. That's what my reasoning was. So I got the security camera and I set it up. I set it up in my room and the other one in the living room. But yeah, they exist. Orbs exist. And they're all around us. And they have consciousness. They seem to have a mind of their own. And they seem to have and what do you call it? What do you call it? A beehive mind. I don't want to say like a hive mind. What they call a hive mind. It like birds, like a flock of birds. You see how birds go when they're in a flock. It was like a caravan of them, and I caught it on camera. And I had this camera on for months, and then I decided briefly to turn it off because it was just, I was getting tired of it being on, you know, and I want my privacy too, I do like my privacy, but I put them up just for proof, people, proof. Just like in the dream, I wanted proof, and I was looking for my camera to take a picture. But there in the dream, I was looking for my smart camera, my smartphone to take the picture of what was on my left side of my head. But in real life, right now, my camera is on my left side in my room on the wall, but it is facing me, and it does have the power, and it is recording, and it could record what is invisible, and it allows you to review what was caught on camera. It detects movement, and whatever is moving, and orbs are energy, but it's a different form of energy. And even when that moves, even when the orb moves, I don't see them in my naked with my naked eye now, but my camera does. And even though I do not see it, my camera can detect movement in the invisible people. There is an invisible world that is so real, and people don't want to study it. Very few. There are few YouTubers out there. Excuse me. There are a few channels out there of people who do record orbs, just like what I do. There's one dude out there who records outside. And I told him about my channel, and he watched my channel too. So yeah, I have a separate channel called Orb Whisperer. Orb Whisperer. And there's actually, I think there's two channels by that name, actually. There's somebody else with the same channel name, I believe. Yeah, but it's mine, yes, mine is the one with me, like I did a snapshot of me in bed with the orb near my face in my room. I was sleeping, and I had the camera on, and when I reviewed it, I screenshot the picture, the video. I was able to screenshot it, and I used that as my thumbnail for my what I call Orb Whisperer channel. Yes, go watch it. Go watch it when you have a moment. Yeah, it's me in most of the videos. Me in the room, in my bedroom, with the orbs flying all over the place. And one of them in particular, my favorite one, is the one when I was setting up the camera in my near my bathroom. I used to do meditation in front of my full-length mirror. I don't have it anymore, but the mirror. But I was setting up the camera, the security camera, because I was going to do a meditation session, and I wanted to have the camera on to see if anything metaphysical happens while on camera. And yes, while I was setting up the camera, and I had my smartphone in my hand, like it comes with an app, the security camera, and when you set up when you're setting up the device, the app, it uses an app, so you can look it on your smart device, whatever. And so, while looking on my smart device, with the camera on, I'm able to know that the camera is positioned how I want it, because I'm able to look live on my smart device to make sure that the camera is set how I want it to be set. It allows you to do that. And while I'm doing this, the baby orb appeared and was like banging into me. It was so cute. And the size, it looked like the same size as the one that I saw with my naked eye. But there were others too that day. But that's the one, that's what got caught on the camera. That one's my favorite one. And then there are other ones that I took on the dream, I mean, that I recorded for that channel, Orb Whisperer. Yeah. So there is more than one Orb Whisperer on YouTube, but minus one. You would see me on in the thumbnail. It's hard to see the thumbnail because um, but that's me. You'll see me, on it. Um, yeah, I'm the black woman, and in the bedroom most of them, they're pictures of the orb in my bedroom. But that famous shot I got was the one with the little baby orb hitting, bumping into me. Yeah, and I'm looking on the smart device. Oh my goodness! Oh, as I was looking, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, people. I think this is a time of revelation, and revelation even for me, a revelation for you too. Are you too getting dreams? Are you too you're more sensitive now to things that you see on YouTube, more sensitive around the things you see in your community? Yeah, it's affecting me, people. Life is really infecting me, excuse me, affecting me. But yeah, it seems like an infection. But yeah, life is affecting me. I'm very sensitive to the things I see. Um, my community is going haywire. Uh, I believe that, yeah, since I'm awake and everything, let me just tell you what I think what's happening. I gave several videos about what I think's happening with the migrants, the new migrants, and the Middle East, that country in the Middle East. I'm not going to give the name, but what's happening there. I believe it's what do you call it, a false flag. I believe it's something that it's being orchestrated. Things are being orchestrated, provoked, like a Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor was a false flag. I mean, it was designed. Uh, the U.S. knew about it, but they wanted, but the public back then in America didn't want to go into war. So they knew if they created this event, it would force Americans to go into war, and that's why they did it. That's why they were provoked, and it's all documented. I'm not just making it up. It's documented what really happened, and I think the same thing is happening in the current situation in the Middle East. And they set up things ahead of time. Things are being set, like what happened in Hawaii was a distraction also, and to reveal that they're going to set up, and I used to live there too, people. I used to live right where they zapped Maui, right there in Lahaina. I used to live in Lahaina, and I worked on Front Street, all those stores. I worked in 3 different places on that strip on Front Street. It's a revelation. It's a time of revelation, people. And yeah, it's setting up things, and the migrant situation is to set up a series of events because they're going to utilize it. And all the motorcycles that you see, we're across from the migrant shelters near where I live. People, do you think like that, like this overwhelming number of men, young dudes, early 20s, who do they use in the military, people? Who do they, and someone else was mentioning it. Because like right now, there's the local population, the local black population where I live, uh, drug dealers, and men that think that they're women, and drug addicts. That is not a good combination for military. Oh, you got all these young dudes, migrants. Well, let's just utilize those migrants and have them in our U.S. military. have them in our U.S. military. Why the motorcycle? Do you think they're going to do a war here in the big cities? They're up to something, and they're going to utilize those dudes with their uh, motorbikes. Where they just got them. Where did they get them? How do you get a driver's license? Because some of them have license plates on it. Where do they get the money for that? And they're all packed in. And they just stay there all day. They're just there all day. The whole. It's not like they leave in the morning no. They're there all day. When I leave for my walk and when I come back from my walk, it's there. They're just there. Unless I look at this time, what we call it, like in the evening or something, like at 6 p.m., 3 p.m., something like that. Yeah, I should take a look. Yeah, they're always there. Why are they there? Something is up, people, and they're going to be utilized. These dudes, these unemployed new migrants, young men of military age. 10,000 of them arrive every month to New York City. There's over 110,000 of them. Over 110,000 of them. And then you have the mommies that are pregnant and with little ones. Well, in case the guys die, you have these young women who are of reproductive age as a backup, surplus, to have, who will have children, to replace those that may pass away. I'm not trying, people. This is a new form of war, what's happening, I believe. They're new, they're doing things. And things are always done in stages. They can't just do it overnight. It's done in stages. The bicycle, for us to get used to seeing bicycles all over the place, all over. It started around 2015, the bicycles. And then maybe 3 years ago, started with the, 2020, the electric bikes for the food delivery people. It came out of nowhere, it seemed. And it was illegal to use. Illegal. But yet you never had any of the cops chase them down. It was part of the new culture. But God forbid if black people had electric bikes back then. No, if they were illegal to use. But because it brought in revenue, because these were delivery guys, delivering the food from the restaurants, the takeout, fast food takeout, they were delivering it. So that brings in money in the system. So I think the cops are told to stand down and don't give out tickets, even though what they were doing were illegal to do. Now it's commonplace electric bikes, motorbikes, all over. But now the motorbikes are with primarily the migrants. Yeah, the bikes that they have look more like almost like a motorcycle. While what the delivery people, the DoorDash and things like that, they use just a regular electric bike. They used to use a regular bicycle, but now they're using the electric bike. But just to make sure I said this correctly, the motorbikes, what looks like almost like a motorcycle, some of them look like a scooter. Those are the migrants, and they're all the same color. They're all the same color. It is something else. Yes, People are lining up. Everything is being set up. The stage is being set. The stage is being set, people. And the dream that I had, there's going to be some revelation, cassette tape, and a compass. Cassette tapes record audio, and the compass, I think, represents what direction. And it was pointing more to the east. Wasn't exactly east, pointing like, to the far right in the middle. It was slightly above the middle for east. Yeah, and it was a red dial, like a dark red. And I went to get in the dream, my smartphone to take a picture. I wanted my mom to take the picture. I guess I trusted her. It's very revealing. People, this is a time of revelation. And maybe you too. You too are a searcher? Are you someone that searches in your life, that you've always been questioning life? It might be the time of revelation for you too. Things are going to be revealed. Maybe your dreams are changing also. Maybe you're having dreams that are revealing. Let me know in the comment section. Ask people that you know, or even ask yourself, hey, are you getting dreams? Are you seeing things in the spiritual eye, spiritual realm, or with your third eye? Do you have people who are telling you dreams that they're having that is very revealing? Let me know. Share that information in the comment section below. Let me know. Let us know. Yeah, people, be safe. Be safe. This is a time of revelation and a time to use wisdom. Yes, and pray for me also out there. Pray for me. I am no different than you guys. I just put my content out there. But pray for me. Pray for my safety and my dog's safety. Someone tried to take my dog. Last was Sunday or Monday. Yes, people, someone tried to take my dog while in the stroller. He had a pretense. Yeah, I did the video about it. But real quick, I was on 39th Street and Broadway, and I had just put one of them back in the stroller because she had to go potty. And then I stood up, and I think I was waiting on the corner, waiting for the light, and a young man, Hispanic fellow, American though, he was an American dude, uh, like maybe, from the island type, a real tiny frame, like he looked about 5'5", 120 pounds, very tiny. And he's pretending to like my dogs. Oh, are these your, what is it? Are you the babysitter for the dogs? I said, no, these are my babies. He said, oh yeah, I can tell you're the mommy. Oh, they're so cute, BSing me. But I felt uncomfortable because he stood right in front of the stroller, so I couldn't move forward. And then he squats. He squats all the way down to the ground, trying to peer in the screen, and I felt uncomfortable with this dude because little guys aren't into Fifi dogs. I love my dogs, but dudes are not into Fifi dogs. You know what I mean? But I'm cautious. He said, "Oh, which one is the?" He said, "Oh, well, I got a poodle at home." Now, this dude does not look like someone who would be into poodles, and he had a can in his hand. Also, I remember. It could have been beer, but everything happened so quickly. And then he said, "Oh, which one's the eldest? Which one's the oldest dog?" So I pointed. He said, "Which one's the youngest?" And then I'll go to point which one. He says, "Well, I want to see him." And with real rage and ferocity went to unzipper it with force. I said, no, no, get away from, yelled at him. And he stood up. I was scared. I was scared. Sometimes, like, I know I can talk on on my videos, but in real life, when things happen, it's hard to speak sometimes. I was scared. But even though I was scared, it was enough to thwart him away, to get him away. And I yelled up, and you should know better. I said something back. He was rambling something, I couldn't remember, but I reported him. I went to the police precinct, and he says he's going to look in the camera and going to do a face recognition and do a want ad on him. Yeah. Yet the cop knows of me. I spoke to that cop. I didn't recognize him at first, but he's the one that took my police report. Yes, people, be careful. Someone had taken money out of my bank account, $1,000 out of my account. But I did get it back. Yeah, that my bank gave it back to me, but the detectives are trying to find out whether it was an accident or deliberate. Yeah, they didn't get back to me yet, but that's what happened. But I got my money back, and that was the cop that took the report. I didn't recognize him at first, but as I was talking, he says, "Oh, you're that lady." I said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah." I said, "Oh, I didn't recognize you. I'm sorry." And I think because he probably knew me from somewhere, and then when I was talking, we both realized who we were, and he says, "I'll do that for you." I said, "Thank you so much, thank you," because I talked to two other cops before him. And he said, "Oh, you don't got a case because they didn't actually touch the dog." But I said, "Well, they attempted to touch it. They try to force themselves in the inside. And so it's not considered a crime. See that? So yeah, that's what happened. See, the the holidays are coming. It's getting colder here in New York City. So you're going to have a whole slew of new migrants. And you're going to have more poor ass black people, black Americans, struggling here in New York City. It's a lot of unemployed black American men here. The black community is not doing well here in New York City. We are not thriving here. And the city, our so-called mayor, black mayor too, who was a police captain or something like that, police something up there. He's from a poor-ass community in Queens, near where I used to live in Queens. So he knows better. He knows better, this mayor. Yeah, he's a local dude. But see, they use the local black people as, I call them, there's a good name for them. Hyenas. Hyena. Yeah, you look at what a hyena looks like. And the mentality. That's the mentality of a lot of us black folk here in America, urban blacks. They act like hyenas. They don't really think. It's horrible. I know it sounds horrible what I'm saying. But look at the mentality with the BLM. What were they acting like? They were acting like wild hyenas without reason. You don't burn down your own home, your own community. And that's what they were doing, destroying their own community. And then you're left with nothing. And then bingo, look what's happening. Over 100,000 migrants, and many of them young dudes, early 20s, that are going to be competing for jobs that we don't have. Remember the pandemic in New York City, many companies went out of business. Many. People were in bad shape here during the past 3 years. From 2020, 2021, 22, it was very hard for blacks. Who do you think loses a job first? Black America. And then the audacity to bring in every month, 10,000 migrants enter New York City. We have over 100,000 young people jobless. Many of them could be criminals, drug dealers, gangbangers, pregnant women, young women with young children who are now going to school. Oh, I forgot to show that video, people. I had my body cam on, and I took some videos of some things that I saw. Yeah, I was meaning to share it. But yes, people, it is to topple America. They're being used, yes, many of these people, they just want a nice way of life. They're being exploited also. You know, sometimes people are used in things. They may think it's a good thing that's happening, but they're being used also. They don't realize that they're being used for something. These people are being used to topple. So here they're coming to this country for its fruitfulness, but it's going to be an economic collapse for all of them. They're going to be just scrambling around like all of us, like the rest of us, especially Black America, just going to be scrambling around, looking for food, looking for all this stuff. People, be careful. Be careful. It is a setup. It is a setup. And they're putting people in office. They're putting people in office, people that's supposed to represent you, represent America. But it's not. They are representing communism, socialism, that take over America. And China also is involved. China is involved, not Chinese people. I am not talking about the everyday Chinese American. I'm not talking about them, and do not harm them. You have honest people from Asia who work hard, who have honest businesses. Do not do any harm to those people. But yes, we have government, the government of communist China. I'm talking about those people. Communism is growing here in America. The socialism, but it's being hidden. They're getting access to our universities. They're getting access into the federal buildings, companies here, federal government. They're in it. I am a veteran, and I go to the V. I used to go to the V. I stopped going. They're getting them to work there, and they're acting cuckoo. They are. I have to be careful as I speak, because something happened to me in my apartment around my last year, around my birthday. I've been here now 20 years, 20 plus years, going on 21 years, and this situation happened to me for the first time, and I believe it's because of that person that just moved in to my left-hand side, yep. From that particular country, I believe that's where he's from, could hardly speak English, and he was asking me, I think he was sizing me up. Am I good enough to live here? I've been here for 20 years. At that time, for it was going on 19 years when I saw him for the first time. And he was getting my business. I just said, good morning. I was coming in the morning from, walking my dogs. And I said, got a new neighbor. So I said hello. And then he walks over to me and asks me, he had to repeat it 4 times because I couldn't understand him. His accent was so thick. And then when he's asking me, I said, "Excuse me, I don't go up to you and ask you about your finances, so don't ask me about mine." And then he just kind of said, "Oh, oh," and just walks away. Real weird, real weird. But yes, he looked like he just came off the plane to America. How he dresses and acts and speaks. And I believe what happened was he was sizing me up whether I'm good enough to live in the building. Could you believe this? Someone who just come into your country and asking you, are you worthy to live in this building? But he is. And so he did something, I believe it was him, and to cause me harm. That's all I'll say. I won't say what it was because I was a little embarrassed about it. But it happened. I said, oh, shoot. I think they're trying to force me out of here. That's what I believe why it was done, to get me, to harass me and to make me want to leave my apartment of at that time, going on 19 years. He just arrived. He just arrived. See that, people? Again, it's not against the race. It's against a government system of control. And they infiltrated the U.S. government, the U.S. schools, uh, businesses. You think all of a sudden, how did these people get money for these businesses? Because all the rent was going up. So the Americans had to close shop. There were businesses even before the pandemic. There were businesses shutting down because now the rent was going up a tremendous amount, not just a few dollars. It was too much for the store. They said, we can't afford to stay. So how is it that the new people, yes, the, this particular country, who's starting the businesses, they have the money. They are being financed. I believe they're being financed. And they're pushing out American companies, the mom and pop type of places. But you know, during the pandemic, who was able to keep open? But those very, very, very large corporations. They were allowed to stay open, but everybody else had to close shop. And some of them many had to close shop permanently. That's what was happening here. And then now, the next phase, bringing in migrants, jobless, unvetted. I am not against immigration. I'm against illegal infiltration of my country and the usury of my country's resources, starving us black folk. Yeah, see, even now, blacks are starting to wake up in New York. Blacks are slowly waking up, realizing, oh, shoot, we were about black lives and minority lives matter. Well, those new minorities don't care about you, and they are being used to push you out of your own place. They're being used to push you out. And no, it's not being anti migrants, it's anti illegalism and weaponization, the weaponization of these migrants. That's what I believe what's going to occur. People, yeah, thank you for the thumbs up. Yeah, I just saw that I got a message. Put my glasses on. Yeah, see that I got a message here. Okay. Hey, okay. Yes, good morning, Amon Osiris. Good morning, good morning. Let's see what, oops, sorry, my finger. Okay, and Yakov. Yes, good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. Yes, good morning. Long time I not watch you. Been busy getting ready for winter. Yes. Yes, geez, getting the eye. Yep. Oh, okay. Rents are insane in New York, New York, yes. Legalism. Yeah, people, things are happening here. Yeah, this is a time, a lot is going to be revealed, I feel, to you, people here. Yeah, please pray for me. And I said, yeah, they're already trying to take my dog again, my little boy. It's not the first time. Remember, about 2 years ago, I caught on camera this drug addict trying to grab my boy. Those of you who haven't seen it, you can go on my channel and like type in the search bar on my channel, uh, druggie tries to get dog, something like that, or write the word dog. Yeah, on camera. I was so scared again. I just was so scared. And I know I sound stupid when it happened. That's how it came out. I was just, but it worked. He went away. He went away. And the new guy that tried to grab my boy a month ago, he went away. And I went to the police office, police station, and the guy remembered me. The police officer remembered me from something else, and I think he felt sorry for me. He said, "I'll go check the camera." So I gave him the time, the date, and the location. He said, "I'll look in the cameras and I do a facial recognition, and I'm gonna post a wanted ad." I said, "Thank you." Yeah, especially during. Let me tell you this. Let me share this also with you. I see a pattern. People start noticing patterns in your life. Two consecutive Thanksgiving, and I'm prophesying too, uh, or just using insight. When you see a pattern, okay, two consecutive Thanksgiving week. The day before Thanksgiving 2 years ago, someone attacked me in the middle of the street, and then the following year, it happened. Something else happened to me that week. Someone tried to mug me while I was going into a bank, and it was the security guard inside the lobby that warned me. I had a shopping cart, and I went to enter the bank, the lobby for the ATM. I had just gone out, and I was coming back home, but I remember I needed money for laundry, so that's the only reason why I went in there. And I see the security guard behind me. I do my transaction, but I was in a good mood, and sometimes I like to talk to people. And I was just talking to the security guy. Yeah, I was just saying hello, just a little chit chat before I left. He says, and I think he felt sorry for me. He said, "Miss, I need to tell you something." He said, "I know that you didn't know, but when you were going in, this man was following you, and he was right behind you, and he's a known criminal, and he didn't see me at first, but then when he saw me in the lobby, he walked away." He said, "Look, it's a very dangerous area, and that the cop, get this, he said the cops were told to stand down." This is a security guard. He was not an armed security guard, but he was a security guard that worked in the lobby, the vestibule of where the ATM machines are, where I went in. He said the cops were told to stand down and only get involved with certain crime. He said, "Okay." He said, "Don't, you shouldn't be out here. Stay indoors." That's what he told me. That is what he told me. And that happened, what do you call it, Thanksgiving week. I think it was right, it was either just after Thanksgiving, and then the one with the mugging, not mugging, the physical assault happened the day before Thanksgiving. People, people get desperate. People are desperate. And now with the migrant, you don't think with 100 plus thousand young people with little children, pregnant women, and young 20 old men who are idle, who have their what do you call it, electric bike, what do you call it, motorbikes. They have motorbikes. What could motorbikes do? Go fast. They could go, grab your purse, grab your Christmas gifts when you're shopping, and take it from you. And they could also be used, as someone mentioned about that they may be deputizing them. Could you imagine deputizing an illegal alien? Or they can actually be used, because now with the tension growing in the Middle East, and we have so few um, able men here in New York, because of they're either like a soy boy who doesn't know whether he's a male or female, uh, the drug addict, and the felon. That's in my neighborhood. So where you got to get them from? Oh, bring in these guys. Hey, they said, hey, you migrant. Hey, you want to get a fast track to citizenship? Hey, just fight in the military and we'll give you a fast pass to citizenship and get all the benefits. You don't think they can do that? You don't think that they can do that? You don't think our corrupt government would do that? Hello, people. This is a wake up call. This is a wake up call. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Someone say, yeah, Yakov is saying they all in Manhattan. Yeah, they're all in Yeah, they're also in Brooklyn. They put these migrants in poor black neighborhoods. So that's Brooklyn, Manhattan, and the Bronx. And the areas where they have whites, which is Staten Island fought it. It was Staten Island and Northern Queens. They try to do the same crap there, but there, those are homeowners. You have eight, like the ones in Queens, they're whites and Asian, and they're homeowners. And many of them are new immigrants, but they're doing well in America, and they're new homeowners, and they want to keep the value of their property up. And so they do not want these migrants. I don't blame them. So they protested, and Staten Island, the same thing. Staten Island is overwhelmingly white, and you do have some Asians now living there, but it was known as a white area, well, what do you call it, blue collar, that live in Staten Island, and they protested. Okay, but the rest, black neighborhoods, poor neighborhoods, and horrible that they did this to us. After all that we went through with the pandemic, as I call it, they're going to be weaponized. They may not realize what they may be used to do, but it's setting us up for failure. They're setting this country up for failure, to be invaded by communism, socialism. And communism, socialism is not the black man's friend or the black woman's friend or the black family's friend. It's about oppression and another form of slavery. Slavery. It's not about being equal, you fools. It's about oppression, but global oppression. Remember what they say, you will have nothing but you'll be happy? Hell no. Hell no, that is not true. You have a right to your prosperity if you want prosperity. You want land, you get, with the work of your hands. Under slavery, it's perpetual slavery and oppression. Don't let it happen. Please don't let it happen in America. I love my country. I love my country, but I do not love what is happening. before my very eyes, before my very eyes. People, wake up. Wake up. They already tried to take my dog twice. No, actually, it's more than, yeah, it happened several times. People, wise up. You don't think when the holidays come, November is around the corner. I don't want to go the Thanksgiving week. I don't want to be out. Um, I don't want to be out. People are desperate. Are becoming desperate. That was a couple of years ago. Just imagine now, people, how more desperate these people are, our citizens, how they're going to be. 10,000 migrants every month. We have over 100,000 crammed in. Crammed in. Where the hell is what they're supposed to eat? They're only staying in the hotels for 2 months and then that's it. It's to set us up for war, for conflict amongst these people. You don't think that the people are going to be fighting? Foolish. Foolish. Yeah. The new hyenas out there. The new hyenas that are in government in New York City, in Detroit, in DC. The hyenas, and they eat their own vomit, these fucking hyenas. They are not your friends. They may look like you, talk like you, uh, listen to your music, but they're not of you. They are your true enemy. Yeah, in the dream that I had this morning that started me to do this live stream about self awareness, I looked into the mirror in the dream that I had this morning. And in my head was a glass plate on the left side of my skull. It was transparent, and underneath the glass panel in the side of my head was a cassette tape and a compass with a red dial pointing eastward. And I got excited. I had a family member next to me. I said, "Oh my God, I got to take a picture of this," because I wanted proof. The cassette tape records audio, and the compass gives direction. There is and interesting that it was a glass plate over my scalp. Yeah, it's a time, and I had to look in the mirror to see it. Self-awareness. People, start looking in the mirror and ask your higher power to reveal the secrets you need to do, that you need to know to guide you, okay? Yeah, I've been on here for 113 minutes now, I see. And I'm glad I did this. I think it's about revelation, personal revelation. Please, people, be safe, protect yourself, and please pray for me. Please pray for me and the safety of my little babies, my little doggies. The criminals out here are desperate, and they tried to steal my little boy last week. Yeah, he's right next to me right now. We're all safe right now. Please pray for our safety. Here I go out at good hours, but it's coming a time that not even going out, it happened in broad daylight. They tried to steal him at 9:45 in the morning. Not 9:45 at night, 9:45 in the morning on Broadway, on around 39th Street in Manhattan. People at work, people are it's busy, 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 busy. And this happened to me. They're desperate and they are aggressive. And we have now tons of those, what they call dispensaries. You don't think it's affecting their brain? These dispensaries? Conveniently, who's in the. Yeah, the dog napper. And it's not the first time someone tried to steal my little boy. And yes, I look like that crazy lady with the doggy stroller. Yeah, I have a dog stroller. And they were inside, zip it, and he tried to forcefully unzip it to grab my little boy. Because he said, oh, which one's the oldest? Oh, yeah, real fakery. They said, oh, which was the youngest? So I pointed, and that's when he got aggressive. He said, I want to see him, real grizzly bear like, and try to forcefully uh, unzip it to grab my little boy. I kid you not. Yeah, people. I give this request. I appreciate you all listening. And my nature is to protect people. My channel is about self-awareness and about uh, sharing information with you and for your protection and your edification. That's what this channel is about. But I may need your help, people. And any of you who could donate to me, I have a PayPal me account. And those of you who are have a heart, if your heart tells you to do so, if you would please donate to me. Um, yes, my PayPal me account. You can find the link on my YouTube channel, Spirit Journey. On the right side of my channel, on the banner, you see my PayPal me link. Just click on the link, follow the prompt. Any amount would be appreciated. Yes, I tell you, thank you in advance. I appreciate you. Anything that you could give. And and those of you who cannot give financially, to give from the heart of a hello, a thumbs up, a word of encouragement. That would be just as equal in my eyes. I thank you all for listening. Yes, sometimes we YouTubers need someone to talk to and to vent and to get ideas from. Yeah, this is a time of revelation. Yeah, Yokov says, now you need a guard dog for your dogs to protect them. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yakov is always funny. Yeah, you're real, Yakov. It's good to see you. Yeah, people, the time is what it is. Yes, those of you who can spare, have anything to spare, you can donate. Or donate from the heart and just give a word of encouragement, a word of prayer for safety for me and my little ones. I thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Yes, that makes me feel good. That made me feel good. Thank you for doing that. Give me a thumbs up, a word of encouragement. That's all I really need. I appreciate whatever you can give, but give from the heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I always enjoy sharing with you guys. Yes, this is a time of revelation, and you may feel so that the revelation would be so much that you got to grab your your smart device to capture it on camera. Yep, that's what the dream is about. It's going to be so unbelievable, this revelation, that you have to grab your smart device to capture it on video. Yeah. So thank you again, and I'm just about to go now. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all, and those of you just coming on now, you could just go in the beginning of the channel, beginning of the live stream to hear what I was talking about. These things that I dreamed about that was eye-opening to me about self-revelation, self-discovery. And maybe I'll get the answers soon. Okay? Peace, love, and joy to you. I have to drink my water now. Yeah, people drink your water too. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Be safe too. A word of safety and love to you all. Again, thank you and enjoy your day. Bye bye.